Welcome back to The Hateful Geeks. Last week we left off with two of us going through our top 5 lists. This week we pick up right where we left off with Phil talking about his video game to film adaptations.
All right, so I'd like to mosey a little on here. So we obviously we're all big video gamers. We love video games of all walks of life: racing games, platformers, shooters, whatever you want to call it. So the problem is that when a game gets too big, somebody decides that holy shit, we should probably make a movie about it, so more people will spend money on our property.
Have they made a Halo movie?
They've made animated Halo films, and they did a show, which was they did a couple shows actually, live action on a.
That's true.
They're on Netflix right now.
Yeah, those aren't actually that bad.
They're okay. It's Halo anyway. So this can go horribly fucking wrong, like really wrong.
Oh yes.
So I'd like to present my top 5 worst video game movies ever made. And we're just going to start right off the bat and just say that number 5 is just going to be there. And let's just consider kind of an overarching dark shadow over my entire list.
Uh-oh.
I have to remove it from the argument only because we'd be talking about it the whole time. And it's sort of like the Beatles of shitty video game movies. And this is every movie ever made by you fucking Bull. You Bull. You are not a good person. You don't take a beloved intellectual property of a semi-popular video game, in a lot of your cases not that popular, and try to make a hatchet job film about it where you don't even do the plot of the game or anything that looks aesthetically remotely like the game. You took the damn name of the game and then you just took a massive liquidy shit on celluloid. And I don't like you right now.
So give me what's...
All right.
Give me an example.
So,
break down some of his films.
Are you familiar with the Blood Rain movies?
Oh god,
the redhead female vampire with the sword.
Good.
Those games weren't very good. You're correct, sir. But somebody felt a movie was necessary.
Oh man,
why? I know I couldn't even tell you. Didn't she have like blades on her arms?
She was just a vampire hunter who was a vampire. She was the female vampire hunter D.
Yeah.
So they make a bunch of these fucking movies, and they're all just complete B films, straight to DVD garbage. If you want to get like really drunk and just watch the worst film in MST3K your own night, just watch a U-Bowl film. He also did Alone in the Dark, which actually, interesting, had a really amazing cast and still was a humongous steaming pile of dog shit. It had Christian Slater. Oh, wait, no, it's Stephen Dorff. Good
didn't have Tara Reid in it?
It did have Tara Reid in it.
No.
What an amazing
I'm waiting
cast.
for this amazing
I'm waiting for the
cast,
amazing cast. Where's the amazing part there?
Oh, what? You don't like Christian Slater and Tara Reid?
You don't like American Pie and Sharknado
Is
starring
this a
Tara Reid?
90s movie?
Yeah, man. Think of it, it's like think of Hellboy without Hellboy. Yeah, so it's like a supernatural police department fighting the demons and shit, but they don't have Hellboy at all.
It's so atrocious.
It's really not a good game, and it's not a good movie decision, but U-Bowl made this film.
Ugh.
He also did the Jason Statham classic, In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale.
Oh my goodness.
Your name hurts my heart even hearing it, and that you just made mistakes.
I like Jason Statham.
And then, of course, he did the House of the Dead games, which were those like the thing like Time Cop. You got the gun, you point at the screen.
Old arcade shooter.
You're going through a mansion full of like demons and werewolves, and you're like pew, 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 and zombies and shit.
Did the movie have demons and werewolves?
It was really weird. It was like cult related and just crazy. It looked like a Juggalo concert without any music.
Did you actually get to see from the first person the whole time?
No.
That might have been better.
We're just going to say that it had nothing to do with its source material, which pretty much U-Bowl has made a career out of, just ruining video games.
Garbage.
So he goes 5 because the video games he's making films about are such pieces of shit anyway that he didn't really have much to work with anyway. So I'm not going to give him like the worst ever. He's just generally all around bad, but he's just done it a lot more than everybody else. So you know how we were talking about what a great and world-changing video game Doom was?
Yes.
Yeah, the Doom movie starring Carl Urban and The Rock.
You didn't like it? The Rock? Rock can do bad.
The only good part about this movie was the 10 seconds at the end where it actually became a first-person shooter.
That's what I was going to say.
Like
That was
Hardcore
my
Henry.
best- Yeah.
Like you guys saw Hardcore Henry. It's all a big first-person shooter movie.
Yes.
So yes, that's the only redeeming
It
thing
was amazing.
about Doom. The rest of it is just fucking weird. Like they're on Mars and they're not really fighting demons. Or are they fighting demons? Or is it just fucking DNA being scrambled by some virus? It was just so... It didn't know what fucking movie it was. And then it just out of nowhere, The Rock becomes a villain and gets the BFG.
Yes.
And it doesn't stand for big fucking gun,
It
but
should.
it should.
Yes.
So,
I don't know. I like that movie.
Carl
man.
Urban,
That was like one of my-
I liked the Dread 3D. I thought Dread was a really great retelling of a series, but no, Carl Urban was attached to Doom, and it's just not a good movie. So sorry, Doom. Shitty film, great game.
I like Doom. It was like one of those guilty pleasures. Like you finally get to see a game you love for so long on film.
Did
and
you?
yes, it might
Did you though?
not be the best acting and the best quality, but it still was Doom.
I don't know what game you were playing, but at the end of Doom, I killed the devil with a shotgun.
Yeah, but then you have to bring in the whole idea of demons and religion into it.
Where was the rocket
didn't want to
launcher?
do it.
No chainsaw. Was there a chainsaw? There's no fucking chainsaw. Look, man, there are things that belong in a Doom game. It doesn't go to Mars. It's like hell is taking over Earth. That's the plot of Doom.
Yeah, but maybe they wanted to keep.
And then went to Mars.
Maybe they wanted to keep it realistic. You're gonna take a chainsaw to Mars?
I'm glad. I'm super glad that one of their priorities was keeping the realism of a fucking game where I run around with an assortment of unrealistic weapons killing demons from hell. Thank you. You were going to kill my immersion.
I didn't see this movie.
It's fucking
There was
sarcastic.
there was no amount of trailer or anything that I was just like.
Not even The Rock. The
I
Rock
only
couldn't-
Thank
saw
you.
it for The Rock. I'll
No,
be completely
there
honest.
was.
The Rock couldn't lure
I
you
saw it
in
for
with
The
his
Rock.
eyebrows.
I would rather just
He-
like drag my face across pavement
he's-
for 2 hours than.
Wow.
I like The Rock's other bodies of work. I'm not blaming the
I
Rock,
love The
the movie
Rock.
on The Rock. The
Just
Rock
didn't
is
wanna
not
see this
responsible. This is a shitty script. It's a shitty director. It's a shitty film. Fucking Doom sucks. I do like the game.
Fair
All
enough.
right. So this one, I think I am torn about because when I was little and this movie came out, I thought this movie was the shit. And I think I rented it from Errol's Video on
Oh,
VHS
boy.
like 15 times.
For
But
you kids, a VHS is a cassette you put into a VCR.
yeah, you guys have seen 13 Reasons Why. You know what a cassette looks like. Just it's bigger and it's like 8 inches long. Anyway. So this movie is one I used to love as a child, but now I can't get through the first 10 fucking minutes without I want to slit my aorta. And that is Double Dragon.
Oh my god.
God, Double Dragon.
Double Dragon stars Mark, what's his last name? Damascus?
Damascus or something.
Damascus.
Mark Dacascos.
Castos.
Oh boy.
Mark Dacastos.
Good job,
Damascus.
Dave.
It stars him and the dude from Party of
Party
Five.
Scott Wolf.
Scott Wolf.
Oh, Lord.
Super martial arts master.
Yeah.
So for those of you not aware, Double Dragon is about two twins, Billy and Jimmy Lee, who are like martial arts badasses. And the Billy Lee's girlfriend, Marion, gets kidnapped by the bad guys, the Shadow. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Who cares? Anyway, you have to beat wholesale ass through the streets to get your woman back. And then you find out your brother, Jimmy, the second player, is the villain. And you beat the fuck out of player 2. And the winner gets to keep Marion.
As you should, because who wants to be player 2?
So this is one of the great...
Also, you're fighting for Alyssa Milano, so...
Ooh.
That's right. Alyssa Milano is Marion. And no, thank you. All right.
Sexy lady.
No. Anyway. The point that I'm trying to make here is that here is this amazingly like ridiculous concept of a video game where you're street fighting your way to rescue your girlfriend, and they somehow introduce like magical ninja powers.
I remember like distinctly like a portal is somehow in that movie, right?
Maybe.
Didn't they summon dragons?
No, they had the medallions. They had these gold medallions.
that's right.
And when they put them together, they became like super awesome warriors,
so
like
yeah.
fucking Power
maybe
Rangers.
that's what I'm thinking of is like a close up of like the medallions like coming together and like light comes out.
One was of body, one was of spirit.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah, so
It all
needless-
equals crap.
Yes. So here's Mark Dacascos, whose great martial art claim to fame is only the strong. It's a movie about capoeira,
Right.
the Brazilian kung fu. And now here he is playing Billy Lee. And then you got Scott motherfucking Wolf. Is he the son of Chuck Norris? Then why the fuck is he a martial arts expert? This is bullshit.
Because it was the mid '90s and Party of Five was popular.
Oh
or some
yes,
crap.
you have to have Scott Wolf for the sex appeal for the
And,
ladies.
He was bagging Jennifer Love Hewitt on Party of Five. It's fun.
T-1000 was the villain. What's his name?
Robert Patrick.
He was this is the classic Hollywood whitewashing. This movie
like,
might be the birth of Hollywood whitewashing.
Oh boy.
No, not even remotely close. For sure. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, Hollywood, you've got a dark past.
Let's go 80 years.
Let's just skip that comment. Let's keep
This
moving.
is the continuation of Hollywood's whitewashing.
There you go.
There we
Their long,
go.
illustrious
There we go.
history of whitewashing.
And like, doesn't Robert Patrick have like frosted tips in that movie too?
Yeah, man, he does.
And like this really awful looking.
How could they ruin a
goatee.
side-scrolling fighting game?
Because it was
The game, the game is pretty legendary. It pretty much invented the side-scrolling
Kind of
beat 'em
like
up.
Contra back then, kind of thing.
Yeah.
perfected it.
it was the 90s.
Yeah.
Why do this to us? Why give us these shitty? Just give us the games. Leave the games with us. Let's play the games. Don't try to portray it on the
Man,
screen.
back then they didn't have like the 30 freaking sequels unless you were Mario or Sonic. Back then,
Right.
they didn't have like add-ons and loot boxes and expansion sets. It was your like little 8-bit cartridge and you played your video game.
You had to blow it first.
And you had to blow it first to get the dust out because that made it work better, you know. But yeah, this was a time where they had to find another way. Yes, frosted tips. Sorry, Tim just showed me a picture of Robert Patrick.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor and just look on the images for IMDb for this movie.
Google this.
God, it's a treat.
Double
my
Dragon,
goodness.
Robert
Does it
Patrick.
just scream 90s?
It is. I think it looks like Vanilla Ice's creepy uncle. You guys got to. Yeah.
And the black mustache.
Go ninja,
does,
go
yeah.
ninja. No,
Nope.
nope, nope, nope. Anyway, so Double Dragon, yeah, you're up there in my top 3, and fuck you because I like Double Dragon. But this one broke my heart. Like this one actually like kind of hurt me a little bit because I'm a huge fan of this franchise. I've been part of it since the beginning. I used to like spend all of my parents' money when I was like 7 or 8 playing this at the arcade at Fuddruckers. Street Fighter 2.
Oh
Street
my
Fighter,
goodness.
Street Fighter, the
Yeah.
fighting game.
One of the best fighting games ever.
Guile, Ryu, Ken, Bison, Vega. Like this is one of the best. This is probably the pinnacle of fighting games. Hadouken. Yes, oh my god. So here we go. We've got an amazing game, one of the best fighting games in the history of the genre. We're gonna do Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is Guile.
Yes.
I don't know. Kylie Minogue is Cammy.
Get out of here, really?
Kylie Minogue is
Oh
Cammy.
my god! I didn't know it was her.
She did a lot of music in like the early aughts. I
Yeah.
think that people might have
Right,
cared about
yeah.
at some point. I don't remember. But
Who played Bison?
oh god, Raul
Oh,
Julia
Yeah, from
from Addams Family.
Yeah.
This was his last role before he passed away.
Yeah.
Raul Julia is probably the only redeeming factor of this film, and it's really not even that good. You came down the river looking for a madman, but found a god. There's just some ridiculous ass shit in this movie. The script is
I
ridiculous.
love that line. God damn it.
Even Raul Julia's amazing performance of Bison, like the day that Bison came to your village and slaughtered your father and killed everyone that you know and took they took all your money. It was the worst day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Like, what the shit?
Again, sorry. Love that line. I don't give a
Oh,
shit.
you're making me want to go watch this now.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
Why
one of
is
those
it
movies that's so goddamn awful. It's good.
Is there a video of you on YouTube of just all of Raul Julia's lines? Because I
Yes,
will go
yes,
watch
there are videos on
Oh.
YouTube where you can watch all like the best, shittiest parts of
Do they
Street
have all
Fighter.
the
I know what I'm doing
Yes,
tonight.
Ryu and Ken are not even like what they are in the video game. They're like a couple of like con men, and Sagat is like 4 feet tall
Oh my
and not
goodness.
even remotely intimidating. And Vega looks like he's played by I don't even know who that was.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. He looked very light.
I mean, he was very like,
Rico.
yeah.
He was very
Rico
suave.
Suave.
Very
He's
So
suave.
suave.
Well, he was in the game too a little bit.
Yeah, they had the Zangief was in it, and they mixed their origins for Charlie and Blanca.
Really?
Yeah, so
Ow.
Charlie is kidnapped by Bison. That's why like Van Damme or Guile was like, I'm gonna go down the river. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. Ah!
They just did an Arnold impersonation for.
They're from the
They're
same
all
place.
the same.
They're from the same place. Probably. But yeah, no. So yeah, Bison has kidnapped Charlie. He's performing experiments on him, and he turns into Blanca.
Oh my goodness.
But in the video game, that's Charlie becomes like a Frankenstein, like uber Shadaloo warrior.
yeah.
So it's not even accurate. That might be a really nerdy complaint, but damn it, I care about my source material.
Damn it! I want the real Blanca.
Yeah. I mean, I looked on IMDb when we were talking. You were talking about Blanca and all that, and Ming-Na Wen was Chun-Li.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quite.
Who's Ming-Na Wen?
She was the voice of Mulan, and she's also Melinda May on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know she's in S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Mulan, that's great.
Get that Szechuan sauce.
Dishonor on you, dishonor. You know what? Dishonor on your whole family.
All right, Chris Rock.
Eddie Murphy, but okay.
It was Eddie Murphy. How dare you?
Well,
Yeah, we're done.
Got him.
Anyway.
Got him.
Be a man. All right, so Street Fighter had his own illustrious video game career. There's Street Fighter V right now. It's actually not as terrible. I thought. I kind of wish there were more characters, but for the most part, they're keeping the franchise alive. It's
so
probably
they
not.
kind of do the same Halo thing, just keep making them, and
They change,
and
but they have a plot. They have a story. They have
Okay.
characters that I actually care about, which is interesting for a fighting
the
game.
game or the movie.
The game. The movie has none of these things. It is a vapid piece of garbage.
Ugh.
And you know what? Even Bloodsport and
I love Bloodsport.
Bloodsport and Kickboxer can't redeem Jean-Claude Van Damme for this fucking movie.
Not even.
Wow.
Not even Time Cop.
Not even Time Cop.
Ooh, man. You got some hatred for this movie.
Same matter can't occupy same space is the dumbest thing I've ever heard about time travel in the history of sci-fi time travel. Fuck Time Cop.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so okay, sorry, off topic here. So yeah, the number one worst video game movie adaptation of all time is Super Mario Brothers.
Ah, no.
Yes, and please allow me to establish my argument here. I think I can win you to my side. Super Mario Brothers is so bad, not because of just how fucking bad it is from a fan standpoint, but because it also does absolutely nothing to enhance the franchise.
Yeah, but
It is a detriment in every aspect.
Mario Brothers is one of those things I saw as a young kid.
It's freaking racist. It's not funny. It has nothing to do with the
You're
damn
just
plot
saying
of
that
Super
'cause you're
Mario. It's the
Italian.
wrong fucking princess. It is the Goombas are like 25 feet tall. They don't even look
They're
like mushrooms.
amazing.
It's nothing. They're bad. It's not even good. Super Mario Brothers is
was
probably the most popular video game franchise. It is ever. It is
Ever.
the pinnacle of what made video games golden age start. It was the dawn of the video game golden age, and this is how you treat it on film. It has nothing. Bowser is Dennis
absolutely
fucking
nothing
Hopper.
Yes.
Nothing like the video game at all.
I
He
didn't
doesn't even
care.
look
I
like a
was
giant
kid.
turtle thing with a spiked back. He looks like a slick back, CEO of a corporation.
When I was a kid, and my parents took me to all these movies, I apologized twice in my life for forcing them to go see this movie, Batman and Robin, and this movie.
Both of those are valid apologies, and you were right to do so. But no, so we're talking about a fucking movie that should have very simple things. The music, both Mario and Luigi, and they need to chase after Princess Peach, not Daisy, who's played by who I don't even know.
I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly.
Was Peach even in the movie?
No, it is about them saving Daisy.
yeah.
And here's the worst part. Yes, I'm Italian American. But Mario is played by a British actor. And Luigi is played by someone from Venezuela. Or is it Puerto Rico? I'm sorry.
I'm not sure.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where he's from.
I apologize, John Leguizamo. I'll Google it later. But the point is these are two characters that start pretending to be Italian. And it's very over the top, boppity boopity. Let's eat pasta every night.
Yeah, so he's from Colombia.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Colombia. That right there is just a big kick in the teeth right off the bat for me. And then how do they get to the Mushroom Kingdom? They fall through a sewer in
The
New York
pipes,
City,
the game, the pipes.
and then it's all it's an alternate reality where dinosaurs evolved into humanoid looking creatures. This is not the fucking plot of Super Mario.
I was okay with it. I was a kid.
What
I loved
happened?
it.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show did a better job with Captain Lou Albano as
Lou
Mario.
Albano.
was a better Mario.
And the animation, the actual cartoon was spot on. So all you had to do was make a live action of that,
I
Yeah.
was okay with it.
and you failed.
It was true to the source material, and on top of that, I liked it. But here you got Yoshi looks like a goddamn 1.5 tall velociraptor. How can I ride that Yoshi? How can he grow wings and eat a blue shell?
Artistic interpretation.
No bullshit. There are things you don't screw with, and Super Mario Brothers is one of them. All right, It's not a long list. You can screw with a lot of things. You don't fuck the Super Mario.
I mean, I don't know how much faith I can put into someone to direct my film by someone by the name of Rocky Morton.
Hey, it's a solid name.
Yeah, sure.
You don't like
What has
Rocky?
he done since?
Now you
Sure,
don't like Rocky?
sure. If you're,
I can't tell if you're doing a pun
yeah, if you're
by
like
saying it was solid. Okay, just checking. Sorry. Yeah, I just Super Mario Brothers just burn in a pit of your own feces.
I was okay with it. I was a kid at the time. I saw it in the drive-in theater with my parents, and
You're a child.
I didn't expect it
It's
to be
fine.
like the game. I didn't go in thinking this is going to be the game. And when I watched it, it was one of those like laughable, fun movies I had. I didn't really. I wasn't super serious about like, oh, it needs to be canon back then.
That movie ruined my childhood. All right, I knew I was an adult then. Like it was like watching Schindler's List for the
really
first time.
shitty childhood.
It was just like, no, the world is a bleak and dark place, and it's because Goombas don't look like that. They look like friggin' turtles, man. Like they're like
Goombas are not turtles, they look like mushrooms.
they look. What were the Koopa Troopas?
Yes.
The Koopa Troopas looked like pinhead lizard men. They were
And
like
how they
12
made
feet
them was
tall.
kind of fun. They shrunk their head down and
It was like they got the Beetlejuice treatment.
Yeah, they had like little mini voodoo heads and like the big brown suit.
I don't know, I thought it was fun. They like walked in line and like
Ba-bomb was literally a ba-bomb, and he wound it up, and it was like fit in the palm of his hand. And he never shot fire. He never shot fireballs out of his hand. It's not Super Mario Brothers, man. It is just a huge. It's like U-Bowl. I think it's what inspired U-Bowl. It's that fucking
I can
bad.
do worse.
He's like, hold my 22-ounce beer. I got this. Then that's how U-Bowl happened. Thanks, Super Mario.
nice.
Any honorable mentions?
Of terrible video game films, Dead or Alive. It's a fighting game with a lot of jiggle, if you catch my drift.
Can't believe you left off Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I like the second Mortal
second
Kombat.
one.
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
I
god.
sometimes forget and black out that happened. When he mentions, it's like a trigger, and
It turned into dragons.
I lose time.
Oh my goodness.
I lose time. It was awful. The first Mortal Kombat has redeeming things about it, though, and I like it.
Except for they get the whole character wrong with Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
I don't give a shit about those two. I just wanted to see Johnny Cage punch Goro in the dick, and I got to see it.
You got it. And at least the
Those are
characters
$500
look like
sunglasses,
the
you son of a bitch.
They did. The characters look like it. Their personalities matched.
Except for Raiden was a
Miss
pun
Veronica
machine.
Vaughn played Sonya Blade. Miss
was a-
Veronica Vaughn, want to touch the hiney.
They made Raiden a pun machine.
Oh God, the Highlander.
Yes.
Christopher Lambert was Raiden.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care. It was a great movie. You leave Mortal
Another
Kombat alone.
another whitewashing.
Good
Oh,
call.
hey, Liu Kang was Asian.
But Raiden, come on now.
Yeah, Raiden was definitely.
Happened to Bruce Lee too. It's pretty bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking Kung Fu, the legend continues. Or was just Kung Fu back then? Then I brought it back. David Carradine, man, why'd you do it, bro? It's pretty.
What about the Resident Evil movies?
I like those.
I like the first one. I actually do like the first Resident Evil.
I had no
Granted,
issues
every
with-
single sequel was garbage.
I had no issues with any of them because after the first one I thought, well, they can have fun now. They've already done like the kind of serious one. So
I haven't seen any of them past the first one. I just didn't really care.
They're
it's one of
not
those like
good.
drunk scary movie night
They just get
things. Like,
lame.
it's like watch.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
At some point in time, you're going to come up with a more efficient way to kill zombies en masse. It's just, I don't know. I have a lot of beef with it. It's not really good. It's nothing like the video games.
No, it's not.
And I would
didn't
love
follow
to
the
see
story.
like that claustrophobic Resident Evil in the mansion. I want to see that
Yeah.
movie.
And
Not-
I think they figured it would be kind of hard to do a movie in one area like that. But
Oh yeah, tell it to phone booth.
I'm gonna say there's a lot of great.
Tell the
movies
12
out there
Angry
that
Men.
have one.
hey, I'm not saying that you're comparing this movie to really good movies. Like
Just saying, a good director can shoot in a confined space.
True.
It's doable if they're creative enough.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be afraid of your locale. You should adjust to it to maximize it. Anyway, can anyone else think of another one?
another video game movie.
Yeah. Like a Duck Hunt video game movie? No,
They need
probably
to.
not. Contra, did that ever get made?
Contra.
Silent
Yeah.
Hill.
Silent Hill.
Oh, there
I
you
actually
go.
Oh,
enjoyed
yeah.
Silent Hill.
The first one.
Silent Hill, the first one is good. Sean Bean didn't die.
Okay, not a good movie.
Yeah, that's kind of no, but yeah, I think that's probably the only film I think Sean Bean, or did he die?
I think he did. He had to. We'll have to look it up later.
No, I think he lives.
I think I saw it when it came out, and I mean it's been 10 years since it came out.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while.
think, yeah. Tomb Raider.
I heard that John Voight, Angelina Jolie's dad, was on set for the first Tomb Raider to make sure that they weren't.
He was in the first Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
He is her dad. He's Richard Croft in the first Tomb Raider.
Holy shit,
in
you're
flashback.
totally right. I heard he was also there because he was like also trying to make sure they didn't exploit his daughter. Like apparently she was really concerned about this film because of the Lara Croft
Well, I mean, isn't this
fan
like
base.
Lara Croft.
Billy Bob's blood around her neck time period? I think of her life.
Plus,
That
I
was
mean,
that, yeah. Ooh.
Lara Croft is like the most fanboys,
Right.
For real.
porn at the time.
At that time, yeah.
That was a weird time. It was the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When the movies came out, or not the movies. I'm sorry, when the games came out.
yeah.
Movie. I want to say the first one was 2002, 3,
Maybe.
maybe.
If you answer
Ron
with the end of a
Burgundy.
question.
Yeah, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Can't put a question mark, he'll think it's a question. All right. I honestly, at this point, until Battletoads becomes a movie, I
Yes.
think I don't think there's ever been a good video game film.
It's been
What's
it's been
coming
rough.
up?
They are doing a new Tomb Raider with Alicia Van Kier.
And Uncharted.
Yeah, they just did
There's
Assassin's
Uncharted,
Creed
yeah.
recently, and that was
Yeah.
apparently a huge bomb. Sorry, Michael Fassbender.
Oops, Daisy.
Whoopsie. After that,
Tom Holland's in Uncharted.
Yeah, he's playing like young Nathan Drake. Which
Yeah.
I mean, I like Tom Holland. I don't know. I think
I think
it's,
that's a good series they could make a
too
movie
young.
out of, though.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad series to
Might
make it
be,
out of, but I think Tom Holland's way too young. Like unless
Yeah.
they're gonna do young Nathan Drake and then like in late 30s Nathan Drake.
Angry Birds. Angry Birds was a video game movie.
Oh,
Best ever.
Get the. Have you even seen it?
No, I
All right, shut the hell up then. I actually was bored enough once to actually watch this movie. That's how bored I was. And let me tell you something. I was super appalled at just how incredibly trite and like cliche the whole plot was. And it's a kids movie, I get it. It doesn't need to be like fucking Hamlet, but I don't know. It just felt really contrived.
I don't know.
Did you watch all of it?
Yes, I watched all of
You
it.
watched all
So you
of
sat
Angry
through it.
Birds. Oh
I
my.
finished the film.
No.
We're talking about a world where an emoji movie is coming out. So.
Oh my god.
The pigs were dumb too, and I don't know. Okay, so yes. So I'm saying like this is a long-standing Hollywood tradition of just fucking shitting the bed on video game movies. If I see a good one, I'll let you know, but I haven't yet. So Tim, I do believe you promised us some adult cartoons.
Very adult.
Very adult.
Hentai tentacle porn because that's
No,
yeah, like not like that Cthulhu crap. 'Cause those- yeah, like Japanese people are just strange.
Good, because I don't want to get into that talk with
No,
you guys.
no. I mean, like cartoons you're gonna see past 8 o'clock on Cartoon Network on Adult Swim.
Okay, like Adult Swim.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
So my number 5 is Robot Chicken. Like I absolutely love Robot Chicken.
I love, I'd
Robot
say
Chicken is great.
they're like I want to hang out with Seth Green and his squad.
Just
That would be like
whole,
the best party to go to.
like. I mean, like some of my favorite sketches are like Hogan's Heroes with Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper and a bunch of like '80s wrestlers, and I think I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe at the sketch where Darth Vader's in the TIE Fighter and calling the Emperor that the first Death Star is blown up.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he
I
like
remember that
orders a
one.
sandwich in the middle of it.
MacFarlane is
What-
doing
wait,
the voice.
who you talking to?
Yeah, who you talking?
It's like,
Yeah,
I bet you
Oh,
smell like burnt leathery bacon.
yeah. Oh, he's crying.
Get your 6'2" asthmatic ass back here before I tell everyone about that. What a little bitch you were about that girl Padme, Panda Bear, Padamami, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's
like,
crying.
Yeah. Oh, and the real world Metropolis, where it's a bunch of superheroes just in the real world, and like Hulk's just peeing on the dishes. Dishes done.
It's great because they also used a lot of action figures. As
Oh, yeah.
their,
Shit,
their
I used
base.
Like, that's
I played with
what's
some of that
And
stuff. as
it
a
is.
kid.
They're the people that created that Seth Green. That's where the demographic for that show.
Right.
That
yeah.
is stuff that
for
we
sure.
How long
grew
has
up
that
with,
been out
so
now?
It is just
been a long time.
I mean, it's been out. I think first season was 2004, 2005.
Wow.
yeah.
It was
And,
near
I
the
mean,
birth of Adult
yeah.
Swim.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I think it helped Adult Swim, like,
that and Family Guy reruns.
right, exactly. Because, Robot Chicken, and just even like the introduction, like the opening credit scene is hysterical to me.
They have a
Right.
DC special. Have you seen the
They've
Robot
had a
Chicken
couple.
DC special?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
they
had a
have a
couple
few
of
of
them.
They're
Yeah.
fantastic.
They have Star Wars ones. DC.
Star Wars was great.
Yeah.
It was like the flipping the channel thing, like different things. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good.
And they
It's
do
just
like
so good.
little like even like some of their sketches can be like 5 seconds long.
Yeah.
And it's just like
What just
someone
happened?
getting hit by a car and then
Right.
change the channel.
Right.
I feel like I would geek out really hard if we hung out with Seth Green, but at the same time, like we would chill after like 5 minutes and be like, Super Cool Bros. It's like my dream. This is what I dream about.
Oh,
Those are your dreams.
you dream about Seth Green.
Seth
That's not
Green
creepy
and,
at all.
and Will
No, no,
Will
no.
Wheaton. These are
Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. These are my kindred nerd spirits. Anyway,
My number 4, it's a newer one, not as old as the other people, or other
people?
not other people.
Ooh.
Tongue tied. Take 2. Go with Take
I thought you
2.
were calling Andy old.
I am.
I always
Oh,
do.
okay.
I always do.
no comment.
Not as old as the other shows on my list. Rick and Morty.
Oh God, yes.
Rick and Morty is the greatest thing that happens to television since television.
Like I think it's the best of dark comedy.
It's
for me.
so smart. It's such a like the existential philosophy of Rick and Morty is incredibly deep. They explore all kinds of different forms of thought and like philosophy on like the universe, like what's our place in the universe, and all of it behind like a drunken, sadistic, just megalomaniacal.
Just doesn't egocentric.
Rick Sanchez is the most evil, awesome, fucking
Narcissistic character.
But you can't help but just love him, dude. He's amazing. The shit he does, like that whole show. And Morty's okay. So I can't really get my wife to watch the show because she's not a fan of the voices. But
I can see that.
But you know what? I get that. Like South Park voices are kind of annoying too. But Rick and Morty's like topical like humor and the shit it just goes over is. I feel like you're really missing out on something by not watching this show.
Yeah, but I can see the voices, man. Because like a lot of times I watch it, I'm just annoyed by the people talking.
When it first started and I started watching it, and I think they've definitely toned back on it from when the show started. But Rick's alcoholic burps
Yeah.
in the middle of sentences really got to me. But I think they've toned it down since the show began.
And
To me, it's one of the best things about his dialogue. And if I may, if you guys remember, quite recently, Adult Swim had a little mini stream for a few hours of the season premiere of season 3, and Nathan Fillion guest starred on it.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in the episode where Nathan Fillion's voice is being used in Rick Sanchez's mannerisms, and it's Nathan Fillion doing his Rick impression. Basically, it's spot the fuck on, and the burps are like a huge part of it. I'm a big dumbass bug, but I don't know. Like it's.
I don't know.
It's one of the best parts about this character.
Yeah, I recently, actually, just a few days ago, some close friends of mine had never seen an episode of Rick and Morty. We watched the first 3 episodes, and they were hooked.
Yeah.
It took me a while. I still haven't seen all of them that are out there yet, but I've been gradually watching more and more of it because I was the same way. I saw the first episode, and I was kind of like, eh. But it definitely gets way better as it progresses on.
They had me at the scene where Rick tries to talk his grandson into stuffing seeds up his rectum.
Yeah. They're robots, Morty. It's okay, you can shoot. And like, oh God, he's dead. He killed Tim.
Call his family.
They're not really. It was like, you said they were robots. They're bureaucrats, Morty. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a very well written show.
But I do like they said earlier, when the burps and stuff got a little bit too much. Like that's the same thing for me. Like sometimes like on like Family Guy, when they do a little bit, like they'll do like one thing and it's funny for like a second, and they just keep going and going and going with it.
Oh, like Peter
bumping his shin on something.
Oh, God damn
And
it.
it
The
goes on
Conway
for
Twitty music.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, it was funny for like a second. Like stop.
There's one that I absolutely hate where he's trying to get like a piece of food off the table or something like that, and it's just the most annoying goddamn thing in the world.
A little bit for me on some of the Rick and Morty stuff, like the burps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, and I use alcoholic, cool. But I don't think it takes away from the show. It does bother me a little bit.
There's a theory that that's not actually liquor he's drinking. And so you remember in the first episode, they go to get those seeds because apparently you utilizing the seed makes you like you saw what happened to Morty when he took it. He became like a mathematical genius.
Yeah.
The theory is that Rick harvests these seeds every few years. He only needs like a couple of them. And he has harvested, so he's constantly putting it in his flask, drinking it because it keeps him
super smart.
It's like limitless. Like he's a super genius because he keeps just chugging this shit. But it also makes him an abusive alcoholic piece of shit.
Huh, I've never thought of that. That's a good theory, actually. I think.
Not cool.
So moving on, my number 3 is Archer.
Oh God, I love Archer. Archer.
Phrasing. Boom.
Phrasing. I mean, so many one-liners, and like, I mean, I'm a huge James Bond fan, and it's just James Bond comedy to me.
Right. What's so funny, the first time I saw the guy who does Archer's voice, I saw like
John Benjamin?
Yeah, what he looks like in real life. I was like, That is not what I imagined.
Yeah.
It's like a dysfunctional Get Smart.
Oh man, yeah, it really is. Yeah,
And it's such a great idea.
It's how we get ants, Lana.
yeah.
Lana.
There's so many. Yeah,
Danger Zone.
danger zone.
So this is one show where I saw Bob's Burgers first.
Oh, see.
So then I started to watch Archer,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get Burger Flippin' Bob out of my head.
No,
when
I was the
watching
exact
it.
opposite because I couldn't watch Bob's Burgers for a while because it's Archer or it's the gym teacher from Home Movies or
I still
Yeah.
can't watch a whole episode of Bob's Burger. I've never have.
it's good.
It
It's
is
not that I
good.
don't
It's
like
good.
H. John Benjamin. I love his voice, but the rest of the characters, I don't really.
No, they're all great.
Really?
Bob's Burgers is great.
I'm not a fan of Bob's Burgers.
It's
but
great.
And I think Archer has 2 more seasons left, which I'm going to be sad when that
Well, they
goes.
started that new style of Archer, right? Like that.
Each season it seems like has a different theme because they had to get rid of ISIS because of the real life ISIS.
Right, yeah. Screw
and
you, terrorists. Screw our shows.
This past season, the noir stuff or Dreamland is what they called it, is all in Archer's head because he's in a coma. Spoiler warning. Sorry, but it's all aired. So
You should have warned that.
yeah, I probably should have. Meh.
I didn't know that. And I haven't finished the most recent season or watched any of it.
It's spoiled.
And we're going to talk after the show.
Did you watch it?
I highly doubt it changes any of the humor.
No, not at all.
Oh, that makes it okay. Thank you so
There you
much for
go.
spoiling the spoiler. You know what? You're a dick. You're a dick. Fuck off.
I don't watch it, so don't care.
Sure.
Archer's an amazing show.
Yeah,
If you're
it's
not
great.
watching it, you're missing out.
Yeah,
big time.
you are missing out.
I mean, I think there's only one other like show on Adult Swim. Oh yeah, well that's an FX show. But I think there's only one other show out there that's probably I love the characters more. That's animated and truly fucked up.
What show is that?
I think you know what show it is.
Is it my next one? South Park. South Park is number 2.
Oh my god,
It
I
is.
love South Park.
South Park is one that, I watched as a kid, and I definitely got out of it once I think I left high school, and then over the past couple years, I plowed through it all on Hulu, and I'm caught up.
Phrasing.
Phrasing, boom. Archer.
I
just
actually
plowing.
used that so one of you could say phrasing.
Boom.
And like South Park is one like I've got like a bunch of funny stories with. Like it was one that was definitely like verboten in my house of like you can't watch it. And growing up, my parents had Christmas parties and we were all upstairs watching it. And my dad comes up like, "What are y'all doing here?" And it's the Mr. Hanky Christmas episode from like, the first or second season. And my dad like looks at all of us and then looks at the TV, looks at all of us and goes, "Is that a talking piece of shit?" Well,
Why, yes, it is.
Yeah. Looks at us. Don't tell your mom. And just goes downstairs.
I wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons growing up.
Yeah.
And it's such a benign show. I don't understand. But when South Park came along, I was like freshman in high school. I think it was 96, right?
97.
97. So yeah, I was almost a sophomore in high school. So I was getting away with that shit. And I gotta tell you, it opened my eyes. And this is a show that has gotten better every season. It is just always improving and going deeper and getting just more hardcore. PC Principal, amazing.
Yeah. Well, not like I think the thing that gets me the most about it is like how it skews pop culture and what's going on in our world at that time.
It's very topical.
Because they can turn around and do an episode in 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 days
Yeah,
for them to
like,
turn around a
just
whole
ridiculous.
episode. Does that include script writing too, though?
I would imagine so.
If that's the
I
case,
mean, especially
holy
because
crap.
didn't they do one about Obama like the day after he got like elected or reelected?
Yeah, they did. They actually did that one overnight.
Yeah, like that's nuts to me.
I mean, they're really talented guys, and look, I mean, they've got like a huge musical career too. You got Cannibal the musical, you've got Book of Mormon.
Yeah,
Trey and Matt are doing good shit.
I hate musicals.
Are you
we've
a
already
South Park
discussed
fan
this.
though? I don't think I've ever talked
I'm not
about
a South Park fan,
I,
actually.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
South Park. I was a senior when that came out, and I did watch it for a few seasons. I haven't seen it. I didn't stop watching it because I just didn't like it. It's just something that kind of fell off, but I enjoy the characters.
do yourselves a favor and watch the Imagination Land trilogy.
Yeah, man. Imagination Land, you guys, trust me, like we're all huge geeks here. We love nerdery from all walks of life. Watch Imagination Land. If you can actually name more than like 50 of the references in these episodes, I'll buy you dinner with some wine and a nice setup.
maybe a handy with.
Whoa.
Too far. That's the line. That's the line.
That's the line.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was never a big South Park fan. It was just, I mean, I don't know if it was really because I just disliked it. I just could never get into it. And like all my friends like liked it, watched it. Thought, hey, watch South Park. And like when I was younger, I didn't have cable and I really didn't watch it then. And the few times I go over to go watch it, like I just didn't get it. I was like, okay, cool. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really find the humor back then that funny. It was really wasn't.
That's why they make fun of themselves in their own show. It's what Terrence and Phillip are for. Terrence and Phillip is their commentary on their own work. We're just a couple of douchebags farting on a screen.
Right.
It's brilliant. These are guys where literally nothing is off limits. Even themselves aren't off limits.
Yeah, and for me, it was. I was like, okay.
I mean, a big part of it for me, you know, as well as a kid, was South Park 64. I know it's a terrible game.
Yeah, dude.
I realize it, but it's a game where you can shoot turkeys.
Well, the new South
And they're
Park game that came out is fucking incredible.
Stick of Truth
is amazing. And Fractured But Whole is on its way out as well. I mean, they went from all their like Game of Thrones, Ren Fair characters.
The Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. Then they went. Now the next video game is them doing their superhero personas from the Coon and Friends.
Yeah. Also, like I can't remember what the episode is called, but there is an episode where they make fun of Lord of the Rings, and their one ring, instead of like a tape of Fellowship of the Ring, is a porno.
Yeah, it's Backdoor
Sluts 9.
I think I remember that one. Didn't Token watch it?
Yeah,
And they're like, what did you see? And he was like, I don't know. I don't want to know.
No, not Token. Butters. Is it Butters
No,
that
it's
becomes
Token.
Gollum, or is it Token?
Gollum. Oh, yeah, Butters does become Gollum because he got to watch The Precious.
Yeah.
For a long while and apparently became an addict. Butters.
Yeah.
But no, these are. Yeah, and they go by the kids playing Harry Potter in their front yard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat what Carmen said.
Yeah, what Carmen says, but
But I'm pretty sure he does at some point in time say, why don't you go back and play with the Harry Butthole Pussy Potter kids? It's like, Expelliarmus, I cast a spell on you. Like, these guys are just incredibly cruel. And they're biggest trolls. I love them so much.
And my number one is the Venture Brothers.
Fucking love Venture.
It's makes fun of everything from Hanna-Barbera cartoons to superheroes.
Yeah.
And I mean, when your main villain is called the Monarch, but not like a Monarch King, the Monarch Butterfly.
Yes.
and like the supervillains are the Guild of Calamitous Intent. That is led by David Bowie at one point.
Oh boy.
And it wasn't really David Bowie. It was the Sovereign, and he just enjoyed He was a shapeshifter, and he shapeshifted into David Bowie a lot.
Yeah.
This was another one that like I didn't watch for the longest time. I thought it was like a kid's cartoon. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really know it was for adults because like I looked at the characters and I thought, well, it's like a kid's show.
It is a super offensive Johnny Quest.
Yeah, and Brock Samson. I mean, I could like Molotov cocktease. Like I could name off the kid and like their whole like
Dr. Mrs. the Monarch.
Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. Who
Dr.
has
Girlfriend.
who has a very gravelly voice because she used to smoke 3 packs a day.
But that wasn't what they thought.
That's not what they thought.
But then it was revealed that she's a 3-pack-a-day smoker.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much in
Needless to say, it was very awkward.
Yeah. That's actually a really good impression.
Thank you.
I didn't watch a lot of Venture Brothers either. I was into Adult Swim very early on, so mine top would have been Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I mean, it's
a funny thing.
The Bragg Show.
I mean, in all honesty, like my honorable mentions would be Aqua Teen and C-Lab 2021.
I loved Aqua Teen. C-Lab was okay. It's not like Bizarro. I love you, Bizarro. That was weird shit.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Like, but
wait, what was that again?
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Space Ghost Coast. No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, Aqua Teen Hunger Force has a lot of memorable episodes, like Hand Banana. is probably my
Yes,
favorite.
Ham Banana was amazing.
My favorite was
You.
actually the one I
Tonight.
season 2, season 3, the one where Space Kataz was the intro to all of them, and then once the season was over, Space Kataz was its own episode.
Right,
and that
yeah.
was the Plutonians versus the
The
Moonanites.
Moon Knights, yeah.
Love it, absolutely love it.
I love Aqua Teen. Even the intro was just amazing.
Yes,
I liked Danzig when the house was bleeding. Like when he shows up and it's like, this house is metal, Gustav.
Yeah.
The ghost of Christmas past.
I think the episode's the clowning when he has the clown.
I like when the Moonanites show up and screw with the main characters and they carve into Carl's car. He's like, who wrote the moon rules #1 on my car with keys? You're dead. You're so freaking dead. That's probably one of the most quotable Adult Swim shows.
Oh, yeah,
It
for
was-
sure.
It
it was
is.
so good.
It's not one that's been around for a long time too. Like,
It just went off the air, I think, last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that was again, that was like an originator, like Adult Swim, like 2002, 2003. You know,
Meatwad.
Meatwad. I mean, that guy's everywhere.
Red rods everywhere. Why are you looking at me like that, fry man?
All right. Well, I think that's our list, man.
Those are our lists.
We got a lot more lists, man, because I hate a lot of things.
Yeah, we can definitely do more lists. So, hey, if you have an idea, hit us up. Let us know what we want to talk about because we'll definitely.
What did we miss?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
Yeah,
don't give a shit
that's
about
right.
what we
Yeah.
missed. Fuck
What
you.
are
I
your-
missed absolutely nothing.
Actually, give us your top 5 favorite
Yeah,
lists,
exactly.
or lists of things you hate.
Or what we want to talk about. Like, hey, if we do this list next or something.
Hey, if
just
I
let
like
us
your
know.
list enough, I'm going to steal it, and we're going to do that list.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're not.
Especially if
because
you're
you
wrong.
Phil is shameless. in saying that.
Shoot me a good idea. I'll do it right.
Well, on that note, I think until next time,
I'm Phil.
I'm Andy.
and Sweeney,
I'm Tim.
the Hateful Geeks. Talk to you next time.
Toodles.